our Rants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and ready to give you a full cavity search for the flimsiest of pretenses is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Fetch the lube.
Burke, cavity search.
Oh, all the way to his back teeth.
Oh, the cavity searches. So many cavity searches.
Oh, yeah.
What's she, Agent Hurley?
Agent Hurley,
is the one who does the cavity searches.
Yeah. Why is ATF involved in this?
I don't know. It's fucking hilarious, though. I just love Robert Stack in this. Is just so good. He's just so funny as the dead serious agent who can't see that he's tracking complete morons.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. But we are, of course, talking about Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Yeah.
I don't know that this is a film that would... Not that it would stand up, but I think you need to have watched Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
I don't think you can show it to somebody...
Or at least be familiar with Mike Judge's other body of work, like if you were a fan of King of the Hill or Daria.
Well, Daria wasn't him.
No, but Daria
comes from Beavis and Butthead, yeah.
And that very 90s acerbic fucking sarcasm that runs through everything.
But that said, while I think
this is very stupid as well.
Yeah, no, but if you... I don't think you could show this to somebody who'd never seen Beavis and Butthead before. But that said, for people who have seen Beavis and Butthead, it actually holds up really well. I thought it would be... I was like, I don't know how well this will hold up. It's very crude, very early 90s humour. Like,
well, they're 13 or 14. Like, and
no,
you're seeing the world through their eyes.
It's still really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's not even like... There's no dodgy, shitty language. Like, okay, they call girls sluts a lot, but they never address any particular girl as a slut. No, they're just like sluts. They never say that girl is a slut. It's just like, we're gonna score some sluts.
Well, they call a little old lady a slut, but it's Cloris Leachman, so I don't think she's gonna mind.
That's one of my favourite bits in the movie is when they get on the bus the first time and she's like, "You going to Vegas?"
No,
like,
it's like on the airplane.
Or the airplane, yeah, we're going to score some sluts.
She's just
I hope to do sluts myself too. Fucking brilliant.
I love Cloris Leachman.
Cloris Leachman is just brilliant all the time. And yeah.
But it's also the fact that it's Cloris Leachman's like extremely sharp and wicked delivery. With this very sweet image of this atypical, like, granny, Betty White-esque, like, white hair, glasses, just very lovely, bag full of sweeties.
Yeah.
And drugs. All the drugs.
Yeah, giving them all the drugs and just not caring.
I'm just being like, why is he like, I poop too much? And
I poop too much.
Or are you lactose intolerant?
No, I poop too much.
Here, try this.
We haven't even gotten to the summary yet. It does. It holds up really well. It's still really, really funny and
because you're laughing at them.
Ways,
they're so fucking stupid. Like how they survive any of this is beyond me.
Because I was looking back at some of the reviews from when it came out, and some of the
Roger
reviews from when
Ebert gave
they've gone
this
back.
really high praise.
Yeah, he compared it to Wayne's World, and Siskel had high praise for it as well, and they got the 2 thumbs up off them on their show. But no, that was it.
They got the point of it. Beavis and Butthead are there for you to laugh at.
Yeah, and
they're there to point out like all the behaviours of like ignorant people and people who are really close-minded, not close-minded, but just like oblivious.
Stupid teenagers of the generation as well, because that was some of the criticism of the movie.
13-year-old boys are kind of universally like
stupid.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. That's what they are. They are that.
And they're obsessed with like their TV and boobs, and that's it. They just want to get some and TV.
Girls like heavy rock music and then TV.
Yeah,
that's it.
That are their 3 main drives, unless he's Cornholio.
One of the things that I was looking at in a review of a more recent review where they were saying that it also holds up really well, not just the humour, but the kind of the whole security state side of it, because this was pre 9/11.
Oh god, yeah, this was what 95?
95 or 96. I think.
When you can just wander into secure areas.
Oh, and you can see that from the way they're just like wandering through airports and all that sort of shit, like and wandering around the White House and and it's an incredibly dangerous biological weapon they're carrying. But even in a post 9/11 world, it's still believable that they would be this
and they're tracking down everybody to do with them.
Yeah.
But not them.
Yeah, no, it's just still a great film.
I still think one of my favourite moments is when they're in the command centre and they've just caused that huge pile up on the freeway.
Yeah. And
they're looking in the back of the TV frame and it's on the news.
Yeah, that's what they see them.
Bork's like, Sir, I think you need to look at this, sir.
The camper's got to be one of my favourite running gags as well.
There were
the whole camp, just all of it to do with the camper and poor Tom.
And you're a government official, don't end a sentence with a preposition.
Oh, well, that's part of the reason why the camper is one of the best gags in it. But right, no, summary, and then we'll go back to like how great this film is.
Yeah.
When Beavis and Butthead's beloved TV gets stolen, they set out on a mission to get it back or find a new one. But when an opportunity to score presents itself, the boys get wrapped up in a cross-country chase filled with feds, nuns, sluts, drugs, deadbeat dads, biological weapons, and a camper off in which you can whack.
Oh my god, I love the way people from Texas say things that start with a WH.
I tell you what, boy, where what is spelled HWUT.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Hank Hill does it. Fucking...
Well, Tom Anderson is a proto Hank Hill.
Yeah.
And that's why I find it so funny.
Because you even get the propane joke.
It's butane. He talks about how it's a butane canister that he's connecting.
What was it Bobby always says about butane?
Well, no, it's just in that one episode, but I remember it all the time because it's such a funny line. Bobby and the next door neighbour, the girl, I can't remember her name, they're running away and they stop at a gas station, like petrol station, to get some supplies and snacks and stuff, and she's like, oh, we should get a lighter so we can light fires, and he picks up a lighter and Bobby takes it and looks at the bottom and says, no, this is butane. My dad says that's bastard gas.
That's it.
Fucking brilliant. It's one of Bobby's best lines, apart from, I don't know you, that's my purse. I mean, Mike Judge is a legend.
He really is. And this, like, I didn't really watch Beavis and Butthead. I didn't have MTV when I was growing up because I lived in the arsehole of nowhere and we had 4 channels if the weather was good.
We had it, but it was on so late that I could rarely see it because it was I was like 8 or 9 when it first started airing.
Oh, no. On windy days, if the wind was blowing the right direction, especially if it was raining.
Carry the signal further.
You could get satellite off somebody around the corner, but it depended on what they were watching because they would, like, if they changed the channel, you were fucked. But I used to get to watch Celebrity Deathmatch that way because MTV used to make good shows like Eon Flux and Beavis and Butthead and Celebrity Deathmatch, and then we got like the Real World and shit like that.
Well, Real World would have been on around the same time as this, but my problem with Beavis and Butthead the show as a kid was I wanted
just the cartoon and not the music videos.
Well, no, I mean I liked the music videos because I was a little metalhead when I was a kid. But I just wanted more, because the story of the cartoon would never really get to go anywhere because there'd be so many music videos. And I'd just be like, no, I'll give you more, make it a longer show. Like,
I was a Daria kid though, that was what I watched. I watched a lot of Daria. I wanted to be Jane so badly.
Well, but Daria was 97, so we were that bit older. Yeah. And I watched Daria all the time. My older sister did. My older sister loves Daria, so I watched it as well. And Daria's fucking great. And it still holds up as well, actually, because we watched...
it would have been King of the Hill as well. I would have watched on and off. But Beavis and Butthead was just one of those ones that, again, because the whole thing was it was a music...
Yeah.
It was showing... the songs, like it was a weird version of like a charts type thing.
Oh well, it was an alternative music show that happens to have that was framed around the cartoon, like, because that was the cool thing about it as well, was when they'd be watching the video and talking about it. Like it was it was a cool concept, but giving them the movie was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, because it just gave you that satisfaction of just how stupid they are.
But it gives you a whole. It's
you
not
get to
super
see
long.
how frustrated, like the principal, who's like, oh my god,
Vickers. Oh, Vickers is an asshole.
Vickers, the fucking insane hippie teacher.
I can never remember the hippie teacher's name.
Singing Lesbian Seagull.
Yeah.
Who was very much, I think, the guidance counselor or the English teacher in Daria, who's very much that kind of vibe without being the big hippie.
He's the touchy feely. He's the English teacher in Daria. Yeah, he's the touchy feely. I'm in tune with all my emotions. Yeah.
Although I will say, Lesbian Seagull is fantastic. It's a great
Lesbian Seagull's hilarious. The lounge version that you get during the credits is just chef's kiss, brilliant. Like, I love it. No, I did. Because we watched this a couple of months ago, and I really enjoyed it then. But
it was more about, hey, we haven't watched this in ages. I can't really remember what happened.
Yeah, and even when we sat down to watch it then again yesterday, I was like, did this hold up? Like, I remember enjoying some of the gags, but was that just because I'm still at heart the teenage boy who loved to watch Beavis and Butthead?
Them just on a mission to whack it somewhere is hilarious.
Yeah, no, objectively, I think it's still quite a funny film.
Yeah, and I love the fact that the couple, the like Bonnie and Clyde-esque couple that are going on
Muddy and Dallas
is Bruce Willis and Demi Moore.
Yes.
Fantastic. Demi Moore's voice I adore. She's brilliant in The Hunchback of Notre Dame as well.
No, because there's really only...
There's a very small cast.
It is, yeah. It's Mike Judge doing...
Everybody.
Beavis, Butthead, Tom Anderson, the principal, the school teacher.
Yeah.
So that's, well, any of the characters from the show basically are all done by Mike Judge. And only really Tom and his wife show up throughout the whole film.
Oh God, poor Tom.
And then other than that, it's just Robert Stack as Fleming. Bork, I can't remember who plays Bork. And then, Demi Moore, Bruce Willis, and Cloris Leachman. And then you've got David Letterman playing...
One of the dads.
He plays Butthead's dad because Beavis' dad just laughs and says, like, I scored 2 or something like that. You know?
And then gets punched in the face.
So, it is. It's a fairly small cast in that respect, but it doesn't need to be massive. It's so funny.
It's really, really similar storyline-wise, like, just... not storyline, but the general plot of them trying to travel across country.
Oh, it's a journey film. Yeah, which we love.
The Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Well, where they're just getting chased by more and more insane people, with it culminating in some sort of big, like, brouhaha.
When they get to their final destination. Yeah, no, it is. It's one of those journey films that we love. Like, we've covered a couple of them. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Or we did Bubble Boy. We've done a few of them. But we love a journey film here. And
they learn nothing.
No, they learn absolutely nothing, and that's why it's beautiful.
They literally are back where they started. They find their TV. It's so funny.
Yeah, and they don't get a new TV.
They don't give a shit about what's happened. Like, they meet President Clinton, and they're like, okay.
Chelsea Clinton throwing Butthead out a window. It's pretty funny.
She would throw him out a window.
They learn nothing. They start off. They're missing their TV and they want to get their TV.
Oh my God.
And they eventually do.
I'm sorry, when they wake up and the TV's gone and he's having a thought, it's like Fry when he's like, yes, no,
following,
yes,
the broken window to the no TV to the door, back to the broken window to the... I will say the start of it is a bit slower when they're still in the town.
Yeah, but when they're just kind of like wandering around and once they meet
go
up
to
with
the
Muddy,
school and stuff. Yeah, once they meet up with Muddy and get on the plane. I do like their plan
that they're like, well, just go to school and steal one from the AV club and like wheel it out, and then they break it.
When they break it, the principal comes out and he's like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "That's the AV rooms.
That belongs to the
school. It should be in the AV room," and they just walk off.
Oh, they're such little assholes. They really are. And then they find a motel and they're just like, oh, look, there's a TV in there. And they're just trying doors to get in. And the principal's getting spanked by a prostitute, I'm assuming.
That's one of the only things they had to change.
Oh, they had to put pants on him.
They had to put boxers on him. And then the only other thing was when Muddy gives them
whiskey. He offers them. Yeah, they actually drink it, but they took that out.
Yeah, they had to take that out. But no, Beavis has some fucking choice lines in this film when they're in the dam. And anybody got any questions? Yeah, is this a goddamn...
What?
Yeah, goddamn. That joke apparently came from Mike Judge's grandmother.
Oh God!
And he wasn't amused, but put it in the film anyway. and loads of people told him it's like their favourite line. But no, there's some choice Beavis moments when he goes on his little rant at the end. God damn it! I wanted to score.
Yeah. And you do feel for him because it's like, aww.
We always get distracted by some bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know that they ever address.
They have single moms who work like 4 jobs each.
I can't remember if they ever address it in the show.
I think there's one very briefly where you see like a flashback of them as like babies in one of the cartoons I remember seeing, like, and they're just like put in next to each other.
Oh, a la Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah. Where they're not left outside of a convenience store, they're left in front of a television together, and that's how they grow up.
Well, you see Butthead's life flashes before his eyes.
I'm sorry, Beavis' life flashing before his eyes. Oh, I'm remembering something too. I scored. I love, just speaking of, the animation in this is very much Mike Judge.
It's Beavis and Butthead. It's with
the exception of the Rob Zombie section in the middle, which is New School, which I adore.
Yeah, Rob Zombie's playing there in the background. Apparently, when the trip starts, you can hear all sorts of like backwards playing, and if you play it backwards, it's Beavis and Butthead saying things like "study hard, stay in school, go to college, don't do drugs." No, yeah, that scene is great. You don't see...
That new
Well, you don't really see animated trip sequences to begin with, but you certainly don't see animated trip sequences like that anymore, you know? And yeah, that's great. And it also features perhaps one of the most realistic come downs from a hallucination.
When everything just ripples back
Whenever
into
it just
reality.
kind of ripples back and you see the skyline, I'm like, that one bit of animation is done so well.
Also, and then you wake up and you're like, where the fuck am I and what time is it?
Yeah.
How'd I get out here?
No, yeah, the trip sequence is, and I think it was just them. They had a little bit of fun doing something a bit different.
I really enjoy it because you don't see that new school style very often. Like there was a big phase in the 90s. You'd see it in tattooing, a lot of tattoo artwork. But we were talking about this, the monsters in the like little cars.
Yeah.
And you used to get the t-shirts of it. It was around the same time that you used to get like the Looney Tunes gangster t-shirts.
It was, it was a very, very 90s thing. Like.
Yeah, and like extreme. They kind of went with that. What was it? They eat peyote?
I think it's supposed to be peyote.
Peyote, yeah. They're just like,
it's just Beavis.
Yeah, they're in the desert and they're just like, I'm just gonna.
I know, he remembers that cactuses have
water in them.
Yeah. One of the only things that like
ever remembered.
Yeah, except for later on when he links Seattle and Washington together. They're going to the wrong Washington.
Yeah.
Let's go see Hole. And speaking of, actually, with the mention of Rob Zombie and Hole, the soundtrack is just a slice of 90s excellence.
Roller Coaster of Love has been stuck in my head for like the last... Every time I remember this film, I remember Roller Coaster of Love.
Oh yeah, because it was the song of the film, like, you know what I mean. And I'm not a massive Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, but that is a class.
I am quite glad that it's not them, though. It's just like a lounge band that's performing it.
Yeah. Because that's in the kind of montage of them getting into the casino and the band
when they make it to Vegas and then they end up getting thrown out and then they have to be apologised to because they're actually guests.
Just the whole time the montage is going on and it's a big Vegas casino and people are playing slots and gambling and throwing dice
and they're doing their little dance.
But the start of it, they're just staring at the
big ship.
The big ship. And then their little dance I love because that's how they always dance.
Yeah,
that's the Beavis and Butthead dance.
Yeah, I've done that. Have you not done that in a mosh pit?
I've done Beavis's the arms
kicking.
and the kicks.
Yeah.
I've not done Butthead's like sexual dancing because it's thrusting and shaking. He shakes his butt and then he thrusts, and Beavis does the arm punching and the kicking, and it's just hilarious.
The arm punching and the kicking is always hilarious in a gig. Because you gotta do the laugh as well, and it's generally two people in a corner giggling doing it.
Yeah. Speaking of the animation, the trip animation sequence, that's not the only fun they have, because at the start they have great fun with the dream sequence of giant Beavis and Butthead going around trashing everything.
Yeah.
And then the actual credit sequence of Beavis and Butthead as like a Shaft type show.
Yes.
With, I'm assuming, Isaac Hayes or an incredibly good Isaac Hayes impersonator.
It's Isaac Hayes.
No, I like that they had a little fun with it. And I suppose it's one of those things of, hey, we're getting a big feature film. Let's have some fun with it.
I love the fact that the ATF, when they're starting to track them, because they get sent to Vegas from wherever they live. Where do they live? Glendale?
Can't remember.
Hilldale? No. They say it at one point.
They do, but I can't remember.
So they get flown to Vegas to go and take care of Muddy's wife.
Yeah.
After fucking him over on a job or something like that. And he's like, I want you to do her. And in their 13-year-old heads, they're like, you want us to...
Do you want us to do your wife? No problem. Yeah. You're going to pay us 10 grand? Because when he says to them, and Beavis is just like, no, I want to watch TV. But it's like, shut the hell up. But then when they get there, and Dallas is like, no, I'll pay you double to go back and do my husband. And Butthead's like, I don't want to do a guy. And Beavis is like, I don't know, Butthead, that's a lot of money. Okay, he's got some choice lines.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favourite earlier ones, though, is when the hippie teacher is being like, you don't need TV kind of thing. And he's like, we don't need TV to entertain us. And they're like, huh, you said anus. And they're like, did you hear a word I said?
Yeah,
anus. Just walk off. But yeah, sorry, they get to Vegas and they meet Dallas. And that whole... exchange. The two of them fighting over who gets to do her first. And they're taking off his pants.
Yeah, no, like she's making plans because she's like, ooh, I can use you guys. And she knows that the feds or whoever is closing in on her because she's after stealing some like bio weapon.
Yeah, it's like a V5 chip or something like that.
And they're like inspecting the bed.
Yeah.
And taking their pants off and then starting to fight over who gets it. He's like, one pushes the other and goes, "You always get to go first."
If Beavis pushes Butthead, you always get to go first. We've never done this before.
They start wrestling.
Yeah.
And she's like, he has no pants on, and she sews it into the
shoves the chip into the seat of his pants. I love when she tells him, she's like, right, look, we'll do it, but in Washington. You gotta get on that bus out there and go off to Washington. And they're just like, okay. Just run out to a park, try to get on the bus as quick as possible.
And then they realise that the little old lady's on the bus.
Yeah, Travis and Bob.
Oh, yeah. Bobhead.
She's like, oh look, it's those nice young men, Travis and Bob. I don't know your surname, and he goes, Head. My first name is Butt. And then later on, when she calls them back on the bus, it's like, Travis and Bob Head.
Oh god! But all the pills that little old lady has in her purse that he takes on the plane and becomes Cornholio.
Yes. We get to...
He needs Picanta for his butthole.
I just love all
And then he breaks into the cockpit and nearly crashes the plane. And then they're not like even arrested. They just are let off the plane.
They're just sent away, yeah.
After causing... I was watching it going... They've nearly caused the plane to crash like 4 or 5 times. They've harassed all the staff. They've broken into the cockpit. They would have been... That plane would have been surrounded.
I love that we get a come to Butthead as well on the plane, because that's just a classic from the show.
But the pair of them can't even do up their fucking seatbelts on the airplane. They both, one has like the 2 tabs and the other has the 2 tongues.
She comes down, the air hostess comes down, or air steward comes down and does Butthead.
Oh yeah, can I assist you with that?
And
he's
then
like,
Beavis,
ha 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 ha.
The old lady does it for Beavis. He's like, no, I want the hot chick to do it.
But it's okay, because then she gives him a whole load of like prescription medication and candy.
That's where we get the I poop too much line.
Yeah. And he gets up as they're taking off. He gets up out of the seat and then rolls down.
All the way there, yeah.
And she's like staring
there
at him.
covered in blood, and he goes, hey, can you do that thing with my belt again?
And he's following her up the aisle while they're trying to serve food, and he's like, hey,
steals a beer off a guy and then goes, hey, I got a beer. Want some? And there's moments like that are just, those are the moments when you remember, it's like, oh yeah, these are literally like 14, 15-year-old boys. They have no, it's very Kevin and Perry.
Yeah.
Because
they literally have no clue. One of them is whacked off his face on sugar and meds.
Yes.
And the other one is desperately trying to hit on an air stewardess who wants nothing to do with him. It's
very Kevin and Perry in that.
Yeah.
And the fact that every time particularly Butthead's go-to line is always, he starts with, hey, baby.
The way he says, hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, we only found out recently Johnny Bravo is only supposed to be like 16. Yeah. And suddenly it all makes sense.
They're scuzzy little Johnny Bravos.
Yeah.
They're scuzzy little metalhead white trash Johnny Bravos.
Yeah. Do you remember there was that kid that used to live in Maynooth that looked like one of them? All the way down to the band t-shirt and the shorts.
Oh, live action Beavis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he used to be really weird. I nearly crashed one day. I saw him.
Really big forehead and really blonde hair that went quite high. Yeah, he was. And he used to
wear the metalhead t-shirts with the denim shorts, and we were like, he has to know. He has to know. His parents know or have not told him and dressed him like that, because that's what I would do.
Speaking of live action Beavis, they wanted to make this film live action initially.
Oh yeah, and it was a really weird cast as well.
They wanted David Spade and Adam Sandler. Obviously as Beavis and Butthead respectively, I'm assuming.
No, they're
buddy
too old.
Comedy film.
They would have even been too old then. You couldn't do it with actual teenagers because it would be weird.
No, do you know what it would have, if they made it live action with Adam Sandler and David Spade, it would have been the
Dude, Where's My Car?
The MTV equivalent of Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
And I love Super Mario Bros, but it has fucking nothing to do with the games. And if they made it, it would have just been...
And they
would have just been Beavis and Butthead, 2 young 20s idiots.
And
that's it. That's all there is.
I'm an outlier on this in that I don't mind the Aeon Flux movie.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere near as good as the cartoons was.
No, and it...
I think if they had done a live action of this, it just would not have worked because the mad shit that they do.
And there's a plot to Aeon Flux.
Yeah.
A plot that you could follow if you make a movie.
Yeah.
There's no plot to Beavis and Butthead, the show as such.
No, it's
so
just
to make a good movie of
around.
it, especially if it was live action, you'd need to have the characters be perfect because there is no story to do. So you have to get the characters perfect, and there's no way they would have in live action. they would have just put them in band t-shirts and made them idiots, and that way, there's no way it would have worked.
Especially in the early 90s, there's far superior like live action band movies.
Yeah, no, it probably
like Airheads is.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say it would have ended up like some shitty, like bad Polly Shore Biodome.
Because there was a live action Josie and the Pussycats, and that was supposed to be god awful.
I think that was god awful.
Yeah,
I never watched it. No, I've never seen it. But yeah, no, I'm glad they made this as animated.
Yeah, no, and they took a risk as well, because I don't think there was that many animated, like adult animated films out, or like the older audience.
At that point, no, not really. Like
animation was almost entirely like kids, or like the fucking Lord of the Rings from the 70s.
Well, yeah, well, even that was, but for kids it was just a bit scarier.
Animal Farm was supposed to be for kids. I watched it. It terrified me.
No, Animal Farm wasn't. But I mean, yeah,
Watership Down.
Adult animation wasn't really a thing back then, with the exception of I'm sure there are some that just aren't coming to me,
like Ren and Stimpy and stuff like that.
No, but like on a big screen.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some, but there certainly wasn't many. This had the benefit of already having an inbuilt fan base from the TV show, You know what I mean? Although, I suppose it was only, a year or two later before we got South Park Bigger, Longer, and Cut.
Yeah.
So it probably paved the way a little bit for that.
It was very much like MTV, even though everyone shits all over it now, and it never, that it was absolutely crap and it stopped showing music and stuff like that.
Oh, I haven't watched MTV in years. I have no idea what state it's in now. But in the 90s, MTV was fucking glorious.
And it was like right at the forefront of alternative culture.
They still had plenty of like mainstream music, but they did serve. You had things like Headbangers Ball, and you had like the
very much what like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network were doing in terms of like, action comics and weirder sort of animation and things that were like a little bit older. In particular,
MTV were great for animation. They had their like, I can't remember, it was like Monday night animation, something. I can't remember what it was, but they had it on really late. They had like Cartoon Sushi, they had Eon Flux, they had obviously Beavis and Butthead.
Celebrity Deathmatch
that came a bit later, but
I'm sorry,
from kind of the early 90s to very early 2000s, they had a rake load of really good like animated and alternative shows.
And Cartoon Network, was it Cartoon Network hopped on that with Adult Swim as well, where they started getting, because I watched an awful lot about
the whole Adult Swim thing kind of came from Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which that started probably 97, 98 I think, but MTV would already have been doing their animated thing earlier, because like I do remember watching like Cartoon Sushi when I was like 10 or 11.
Well, I didn't have it because again, arsehole network.
But no, they were really, really good for that sort of just fucking weird and cool and funny and alternative animation, and because, as we said, alternative music. Remember, but now, meh.
Even all the way up, like I remember when MTV was showing the Weeble and Bob animations.
That was where they started.
Yeah. And that then became a whole, like, Weeble stuff is still on the go. I have fucking merch from it.
I think Weeble stuff might have been a website already before, but that was certainly Weeble what popularised it, was Weeble and Bob on MTV.
Yeah. Because I remember there was even like a little teletext game, and that's going back. Or on Sky, when you used to have the games on Sky on like Christmas and stuff like that in the interactive menus.
Oh no, I never had Sky Interactive. See,
that's... Oh yeah, we had no TV until we got like all the TV in one go. But
yeah, that was I had TV because I lived closer to Dublin and had whatever channels you could get for free. You had fuck all TV because you lived out in the countryside. But as soon as the technology came there, it was too expensive for my family. But your family was able to afford it, so then you had more channels than me. I never played those games.
My mom was just like, for fuck's sake, we've had like honestly like the time that you wanted to watch, which was when it was absolutely miserable outside. We had no signal.
Yeah.
And it would be crystal clear on like a glorious day. And you'd get given out to for watching the telly. But you were like, I can see it.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the movie. But the better part of the movie is the trip across America. Like once they get from
Vegas, once they get fucked off the bus at the dam.
Well, Vegas is entertaining, and so is the flight there. But yeah, once they get on the bus and all the shit that happens from there, going across the Grand Canyon.
They go from Vegas to the Hoover Dam.
Yeah, it's Hoover Dam first, where they cause mischief.
They break the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
They switch everything off because they think it says master control switch, and they think it says masturbation. Yeah. And he's like, oh, and like ripping the piece off the console, going, "Hey, I found the remote."
Yeah.
And everything is water, and they're switching off all the lights in Vegas because he's trying to scratch.
He's trying to scratch his ass
off the switch, and Vegas is just blinking on and off.
But yeah,
and then they end up
Hoover
flooding
Dam.
out Tom Anderson when the dam collapses. He's downstream in his camper.
Yeah, no, that's what I love. Nothing goes right for
Poor
Tom
Tom Anderson is just wrong place, wrong time every
several
time.
times, yeah, because after that it's when he gets stopped by the cops and they're like, do you know these guys?
And
he's like, those guys.
The ones that were whacking in my tool shed.
Yeah, and then from Hoover Dam they go on to
the petrified forest where they
it's Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
And then after the Grand Canyon they get on the wrong bus.
Oh yeah, and they end up with the nuns.
And then they go with the nuns, I think, to the petrified forest.
And then they're just like wood.
Yeah.
And how the wood gets hard.
Yeah.
Which it is, and it is like they're giving the tour, but it's two teenagers who are just hearing wood getting hard.
Yeah.
And it's getting harder over millions of years, and they're just in the back giggling.
Yeah. And the nuns are like, see ya, and that's when
But the nuns are actually like trying to teach them stuff on the bus as well. It's quite sweet. And they're showing them like how to pray and like how to fucking...
Oh yeah, because Beavis turns to Butthead, he's like, you gotta hear about this book. It's a talking snake and a naked chicken and a dude who puts a leaf over his schlong.
But the nuns end up ditching them then at the petrified forest, and the Mother Superior's like, come on, let's go.
But yeah, no, that's when they walk through the desert starts. And I love how it starts because they just ask a guy, which way is Washington? And their man's like about 2,000 miles that way. They're like, okay, cool, and just start walking.
Yeah, just straight across the desert.
And yeah, they meet their dads in the desert.
Yeah.
And get ditched by their dads in the desert. And I assume it's because the dads are just smart enough to
maybe realise,
oh shit, these are our kids, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, because they talk about like they were roadies for...
They're Motley Crue roadies.
Yeah. And that they passed through and they met these sluts and they're like, hey, I wonder if they're still there.
Oh yeah, do you think those sluts still live there? Oh, you better hope.
And then the dad is like, hey, check this out.
Oh, the giant fart, yes.
The nuclear explosion.
After their dad's ditched them, we get the trip scene.
Yeah,
and
which is magnificent.
Then they meet back up with Muddy. Because Muddy's gone looking for them.
Yeah.
When he realises he's been done, and he meets the cops on the roadblock and like, oh no, I've never seen them, officer. I hope they're not dangerous. I hope I don't run into them.
And they're like, no, they're somewhere
they're probably
out.
hiding out in the desert. And he's like, sweet, off I go to the desert.
Yeah, he literally drives away from the roadblock and then drives across. Immediate hard, like right into the desert.
No law enforcement is competent in this at all.
No.
Especially the guy at the end who goes to rugby tackle Tom when he has the
pants.
Yeah, he's got the.
He's like, take your damn pants.
But yeah, the incredibly volatile. Like,
no, it's not that they've got the casing. They're like, oh yeah, the casing's anything, even a sharp kick in the will.
Yeah, any sharp jolt could damage it and release the chemicals.
And it's sewed into the butt of his pants.
But yeah, a guy at the end just rugby tackles Tom. Well, American football tackles, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, Muddy finds them, throws them in the boot of the car.
Yeah, no, that's because he's like, they are like, oh no, she told us that we'd meet up with her in Washington. Yeah, and so he's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, let's go to Washington. Get in the trunk.
Yeah,
and they find a car jack.
Huh?
They find the car jack in the trunk.
Yeah, they find the car jack. Jack opens the boot.
While it's on a freeway.
And then, if Beavis
and then he's like, jump out.
Jump out and run as you hit the ground. You'll be fine. Watch it push. And yeah, 400 car pile up is caused the worst in the nation's history.
He watches him kind of cause this devastation because it ends up like a fucking big 18-wheeler crashing sideways and everything plows into the side of that. And then when they hit the pothole and he goes tumbling. And
Tom's back on the road.
And he's like,
ever see them again?
Kid? And he hits the windscreen. And then he goes into it.
Oh.
Poor Tom.
Yeah, no.
And that's how they end up back on the bus.
While they're sitting there surveying the crash, you hear...
And they're on the news as well.
Yeah, you hear Cloris Leachman's old lady. I think she has a name, but I can't remember.
No, she's just old lady.
And he's like, yeah, Tom. Travis and Bob.
Bobhead. And they just get on the bus and leave.
Yeah, and they head back to the White House from there. And we get Beavis' big speech. Muddy and Dallas get caught by the feds.
Yeah, because they've made... Well,
they hook back up very briefly.
No, well, he gets to Washington, meets up with her.
Yeah, he catches her.
She's like, I don't even have it. And he's, I got your patsies here. And he opens the trunk and they're gone.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, so they resolve to catch the both of them together.
Yeah.
And then the feds catch them.
Yeah. And she sells him out immediately.
I thought, like, good luck, me and my wife are back together. You'll never get us to turn.
He took it! Fuck you! You bitch!
Yeah, then it's the White House.
Everything to do with the White House. Him ending up in that...
Cornholio's rampage is just excellent. Are you threatening me? Sir, maybe you'd better wait out in the lobby. Is there a teepee in the lobby?
I just have the t-shirt on the
t-shirt
head.
up.
But when he's going down the Hall of Presidents and he gets to
Nixon. Every time he gets to Nixon, I die
and it's
laughing.
the portrait of Nixon with the arms up giving the peace
symbol
sign.
or the V symbol, yeah.
And he's like, are you... he's out staring at the portrait going, are you threatening me?
And then walks off, going up to the press briefing. I am Cornholio. Oh, it's just... And again...
And then he's talking to, like, the delegate from...
he's talking to a bunch of different... There's like a French, there's an Arab delegate.
And they're like, yes, Italian. What you're saying is very interesting.
They're trying to repeat it and just stand up.
And then he's escorted out with them
as he's escorted
by the Secret Service.
Yeah, because they're like, he's with us. As he's escorted out, I think there's supposed to be like an Asian delegate at the back with Cornholio, and he's like, teepee for my bunghole. And Cornholio's like, yes, very good. Teepee for my bunghole. It's just... I mean, I know, it's a 14-year-old boy hopped up on candy going around saying garbage shit with a potty mouth, but it's still fucking hilarious. Every time, like...
And the way he just snaps out of it as well, because then he's like, he finds the picture of her outside when he's like in his pants. He finds the photo of her, and then he sees the camper. And he just makes straight for the camper. And he's like, oh, I don't know, because the noises he makes as Cornholio are the most entertaining.
Or when he like kind of briefly snaps out of it when he comes out of the. And he's
why does everyone want to see my schlong? Why does everyone want to
see my schlong? And then back into it.
Because they're all like, show us the unit. We need
show us the unit. Yeah. Why does everyone want to see my schlong?
And he's just muttering and going backwards and forwards with the hands up. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a sugar rampage.
Again with Fleming, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Agent Fleming the whole time. Like, just, these guys are masterminds.
No, they're not.
Quit jerking me off. I think he's jerking us off, Bork.
They're fucking lunatics. Like, Bork is onto something because he's like, hey, that guy with the camper, he's been, like, everywhere. Maybe we should check on him. And then he, like, because he's after kicking Cornholio out.
Yeah.
And is like, and because he was whacking in his camper.
He sees Tom in the White House. And he's like, there, it's the guy off in whose camper they were
whacking.
Not now, Bork.
He's having his like little standoff with everybody outside.
Yeah.
Tom flings open the door and is like, take your damn pants with you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he ends up getting tackled and
arrested and blamed for it all.
Yeah, because the unit goes flying and Butthead
catches it
and just gives it over. And they're like, two brave boys, and they're like, turning around to Tom and being like, you sick bastard, using kids for your scheme. And he's like, I didn't do anything. And the photo's in there as well because
of Dallas,
because Beavis has been using it, and he's like, well, then explain this photo.
They get to meet the president.
Yeah, not that they realise it's him.
No, and then they head on back to town, find the TV outside the motel.
Yeah,
which is still working somehow, and
it's a piece of shit. It's it's a real old cathoid ray tube. Like, they take a lot to break.
Yeah, go to carry the TV home and get one last distraction when Beavis is like, "Hey, I need to go to Tom's tool shed for a minute." When they're blaming Tom and they're like, you sicko, Beavis is just like, yeah, and he used to beat me too.
They're just such little assholes. They really are.
Yeah, they make it back and they get the same TV back and nothing has changed and they've learned nothing, and it's just
ultimately, like, there's no badness in them though at all.
No, I don't think so.
No, there's no badness in them. Like, it just, disaster happens around them, and
like, stupidity, absolutely. Selfishness, absolutely. Like, but, meanness or maliciousness, no. They just in their heads.
They just want to score and watch TV. Yeah, like, because when they get to Muddy's, he's like, oh, you took your time, and they're like, what, did we miss Baywatch?
Yeah, there's just when the lines where they're not getting what's going on are some of the best lines in the film. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of the gags that fall flat, but very few of them. And like I said at the start, I think if you've seen Beavis and Butthead, you're still going to enjoy this. Yeah. If you haven't, you might not. You might be a bit like, who are these guys?
What the hell is going
What's going on? But I really...
you just have to bear in mind they're like 14.
Yeah.
They're idiot 14-year-olds, like the
from the 90s as well.
Yeah, like when the concierge just stood in the hotel room and they're like, that guy is just standing there, and they're like, yeah, can you go away?
Can you like not stand there anymore?
Yeah, like he's waiting on a tip.
Yeah, some people are so dumb.
Yeah, it's like you're one to talk.
I love this film, and I think I had forgotten how much I loved this film.
Yeah, once they get to Vegas and things start going wrong, I'd say once they get on the airplane.
No, really, the stuff in the hometown at the start is weaker.
Yeah.
There's not as many good gags, but that's really only the first like maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, once they get on that airplane, shit starts getting
just
really
gold.
funny.
It's just gold from there on.
When they get off the airplane and there's like, because he's like, Buddy's booked them like a hotel room, they have a driver, the whole shebang.
Yeah. And
there's a dude there's one of the chauffeurs is standing there with the sign that says Beavis and Butthead. And you're like, hey, that dude has a sign. And they're trying to read it.
Yeah, eventually they parse it out. And like, those dudes have the same names as
us. And your man is just like, get in the car.
Follow me, sirs.
But them trying to read their own names, and it's like, ooh, that's not a good commentary on the education system, is it?
Yeah, because apart from the stupidity of it,
they've been let down by the education system.
It's easy to forget because the show at large is a lot of like potty humor and silliness. Yeah. This is the guy who made King of the Hill, and this is the guy who made Office Space. He knows satire. And he can put it in there subtly or not subtly when he wants to.
That's the moment that really got me, was them not being able to read their names. And I was like, oh god, yeah, you've been let down by the system, haven't you? Like, you've been raised by TV.
Well, they're still in school.
Well, they're not. They got expelled
up to that point, they're still in school. Yeah. They're still in the same class as their peers.
Like Daria's
people their age.
Yeah.
These idiots should have been held back years ago.
They need a lot of assistance. They probably have like learning difficulties because like they're really, really not able to read.
But yeah, the stuff with the ATF. And just like
when they're made honorary members of it, and they find out that means alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Well, just that side of it, and the kind of commentary on the American kind of security state and surveillance state, where even in '98 they're able to get all the info that
they're able to find everybody around them but them. Because they get the DNA testing, and they're like, there's two dads, and that's when you find out that's the two Motley Crue dads.
So they get all this information, and anytime anybody is, I know it's supposed to be a gag, but it's also the massive overreach of the various branches of American...
anybody they come in contact with, cavity search.
Yeah. Even when it's just like, they're just witnesses.
Yeah, cavity search.
Cavity search.
Everybody on that bus, when they get thrown off,
cavity search
for everybody on the bus.
And it's just that constant overreach.
Like,
and again,
like, I know South Park did it a lot later as well with the TSA. I need to check inside your asshole.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, they even had it earlier on it would have been after this, but in season 3, the meteor shower stuff, they basically did a whole Waco thing. Yeah. With that, with the ATF being there as well.
Yeah.
But just that too, I think ATF, certainly in America and certainly around the late 90s, ATF was code for government fuck up. If you send the ATF in, Waco, it's going to be a boss because of Waco. And there was another one, wasn't as serious as Waco, but same kind of thing. ATF went in because there was a stockpile of arms.
That was something to do with the Oklahoma. Wasn't that it? There was like it was another one of those groups that was like,
I can't remember but it ended up with another shit show of a fire.
And Janet Reno being like, we did it all well. No, you didn't.
So yeah, I think ATF is showing up. It's just code for shit's going to go wrong.
Shit show of it, yeah.
But even in this, it probably shouldn't have been ATF because it's a
bioweapon.
It's a bioweapon. It's not like they're running a whole load of guns. It's a bioweapon. That should and it's probably going to be crossing state lines, so that should probably be an FBI thing.
Yeah,
maybe ATF are liaising with them. But yeah, it's that I had never really, that side of it I had never really considered before when watching it. That like, no, they are actually saying something about America here.
Yeah.
You don't have to take that reading from it if you want, like,
because you've always got like Tom Anderson. Hank Hill is always like incredibly patriotic, and Tom Anderson is that really patriotic character as well. And you get him being like, I was a veteran of 2 wars.
Yeah, and every
they've saved up their whole life to go on this trip, and
every apparatus of the state just steps all over Tom.
Yeah,
doesn't matter what he's done for the country.
They fuck him up.
Yeah, I like
when he's like, I just want to see the White House, and he's getting like escorted out.
Poor L Tom. But yeah, no, I still haven't seen the new one actually.
No,
and I need to go.
It's
and
in
watch
that
the
weird
new
3D
one,
animation that kind of gives me the ick.
No, but as far as I know, it got pretty good reviews, and the whole thing with it is they sneak onto a NASA space shuttle in 1998 and end up going through a black hole and get thrown forward in time to 2022 and have to deal with like modern America. So,
it's alright, Metallica and AC/DC are still on the go.
Exactly, yeah, a lot of the bands there.
Like, they're the only ones that are still on the go that are like, no, but big bands from that era have like massive longevity.
But that was their traditional t-shirts.
Yeah, were Metallica and
AC/DC, even when they didn't have the rights to. It was like heavy metal and rock, but done in the... But no, this film, it's a slice of like late 90s MTV Americana.
Yeah.
But it's still really funny.
Lollapalooza, fucking...
Just that era.
Just that era. Into grunge.
The kind of the end of the Gen X era almost, or the start of the end of the Gen
Less
X
cocaine,
era.
more cannabis.
Yeah. But yeah, new metal wasn't quite a thing yet. It's certainly not a big thing. No,
you're starting to get like grunge, and like obviously they mentioned Hole in this, so like grunge had started to become a thing.
Oh, well, grunge was long a thing. By the time the movie came out,
grunge was long a thing.
But yeah, no, it is. It's a slice of its time, but at the same time, it's not massively dated either. Or at least I didn't think it was.
No, because like they don't really rely on tech or mobiles or anything like that. Like they're using CBs and stuff, which would still be used like for getting radio waves.
Well, the ATF guys have mobile phones and stuff. Yeah. That's fine because there were shitty mobile phones.
You're not. My dad had a mobile in the 80s for being on call.
No, but you're not looking at it going.
The battery was a suitcase.
Old technology. It's not dated in that sense. It's not dated by like shitty language. It's not dated by bad jokes.
They're using classic cars as well. Like and it's that atypical government saloon. That and then like the thingy's car is like a muscle car, so. But
yeah, no, I was surprised.
I also love that when he's at the gas station filling up, he's just smoking a cigarette.
Yep. But no, I was surprised at how well this held up from a couple of different angles, and yeah, I really want to track down the new one now. Go and watch it because it's fun for nostalgia, and it is fun for just watching, like, you know, not the nostalgia side of it. As I say, the only thing is probably if you've never seen Beavis and Butthead, it might not be for you, but if you've seen any Beavis and Butthead and you haven't seen this, watch it. If you haven't watched this in a while, go back and watch it. You'll be pleasantly surprised with how funny it still is,
because the boys are just idiots.
No, they are just great idiots.
They are fantastic idiots, and that's, I think, because it's such a universal thing of TV, boobs and music.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that's their main drives.
We have all been or known teenage boys, so we can all laugh at them.
Because that's like one of my favourite South Park episodes is Bebe's boobs destroy the universe.
Oh, Bebe's boobs destroy society?
Yeah, the Ata. Because it really is.
Yeah, no, they are like run by one thing and one thing alone.
Yeah.
To drive to see boobs.
Yeah.
And if you can't see boobs, see TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was...
Because Baywatch, slow motion boobs.
But yeah, no, that was Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Yep.
Highly entertaining. Highly recommend you go back and watch it again if you haven't.
Soundtrack's well worth a listen to as well.
Yeah,
great
soundtrack.
Fucking soundtrack.
Still great.
Definitely find Lesbian Seagull.
Yes. If nothing else, Lesbian Seagull.
Oh, it's so good. The lounge version of it's so good. I think it's Richard Cheese. Richard Cheese
probably
has a version of it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, as ever, guys, thank you for joining us, and we will be back next week with our usual... Well, we have a couple of films that we know we're going to do, but we just don't know what order we're going to do them in, so undecided in that regard. But as ever, thanks for joining us. You can come and chat with us on Twitter if you want. Well, while it's still...
A thing.
I
think they launched Threads here finally.
I think they did. I need to actually set it up. But I mean, I set up Blue Sky and I don't use it. And I tried to use Instagram. I just can't vibe with Instagram. So maybe I'll try Threads.
Like Instagram.
You do.
I'm just starting fights on TikTok with people, so I'm probably not the best person to interact with on that.
If Threads is at least set up with like Twitter, I might be able to... Like,
I don't know, because every time I go in to look at something on it, because I have an Instagram account, it's like, oh, hey, do you want to download Threads? And I'm like, no, stop trying to put shit on my phone.
But yeah, look, we are on socials if you want to come and chat with us. Twitter at RantsMono, Instagram at monorants_the_boys, and Blue Sky at mono rants. And if you do, I respond when people message us. I just don't post much.
We're lurkers.
Yeah, I always have been. I always have been a lurker.
Mind you, we come from the fucking mean old days of boards where...
Well, lurker was a classification of internet user back then. And I very much still am a lurker. I'll watch things and occasionally post. Anyway, come and chat with us. And thank you for listening to the podcast. And we will see you next week.
Slán
slán.